Good morning, everyone. Okay, so today we are sifting for some worm castings. I have these totes full of worms, and today I am sifting some of the smaller worms. And I want to show you something. When you have eggshells, a lot of times the worms will get in there, like this little guy. And they just kind of chill out until they get big enough to move around into the bigger stuff. Anyway, sifting through worms, playing with my worms today. What I get left is this beautiful worm castings that I'm going to put on the turmeric today, and that's about it. Look at that. People pay about $15 a pound for this in some places. And here at C. Butler Planning, we make our own. Alright, we're still playing with worms. I still have a bunch to go. I wanted to show you what I call, and I know it's not politically correct, but I call them turds. You can tell when they're too wet with these little turds, I guess. The other thing is, and don't be grossed out, worms are not the only thing that gets in here, but it's a microorganism and they die. They don't turn into flies, but they break down things just like the worms do. So if you have little maggots in your worm bin, you're okay. C. Butler Planting. Alright guys, this is probably the last one this morning. But this is my second of 4 bins I have to do. This one is absolutely full of worms. And I know the other one was a little dry, but how you can tell it's ready, one, you're gonna have hundreds of worms like this, but this one is a little wet. See, I can make a ball like that. I don't want to squeeze it too hard because there's some worms in there, but if you can squeeze it and you see water coming out, you know it's a little too wet. It's time to get all these little guys out of here, and it's time to put some fresh dressing in. Okay, have a good day. Just wanted to show you the underside, my little shaker here. I have to pull these off one by one as they come through. And I'd rather keep them in the bin so they can do their thing. Okay, so what we have here is just an aerator, little bubble stone that you put in. The only thing I have in here is rainwater and a little bit of fish emulsion. This is some of the compost that we just did this morning. We're going to make our own compost tea. We're going to let this aerate for about 24 hours, and into the garden it goes. This was just rainwater and a cap full of fish emulsion until we put the worm compost in there. So it's going to be a lot different today. So here's the bag. It's pretty nasty looking. So I'm going to set that to the side. We're going to take our handy dandy measure here. And I don't want to put all of this tea. You see how light it is? it's really not that concentrated, which I'm gonna do a foliar, which just means put it on the leaves. I'm gonna put it in my little spray bottle here, Home Depot spray bottle. Spray bottles will get clogged very easily, so I'm using this cheesecloth. Pretty much it. Okay, we got her full. We kept all this mess out of there. Cheesecloth is great in the garden. We're spraying here. Overfill is fine. This is not going to hurt your plants at all, as long as you do not spray it in the direct sunlight. I like late afternoons, early mornings. So we're coming into where some of the turmeric is being grown. I obviously have a shade cloth over this because it's Florida and it's hotter than Hades here, especially right now. It's late afternoon. We're just gonna squirt all this foliar feed on our turmeric. Now guys, obviously this is one of my first times. Hopefully my YouTube channel will get better with time. Can only assume it will. The last way you can use this compost tea is to just pour it straight in the garden. Pour it all around. Not gonna hurt anything. Just gives your plants a little boost. And there you have it. We're out in the front gardens. All kinds of ways to use worm castings, worm compost tea, even the leftover after you aerate the compost. It's a really good addition to your garden. Everyone will be green and happy. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And you can see Butler planting.